Okay, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a little buried live stream on Black Ops 2. And I don't know what round or anything I'm going to go to. None of that has been thought of. I just decided I wanted to play some BO2 zombies. And I don't really know why. But here we go. About a month ago I did a Kino der Toten video. I don't know if I'm going to go to around 50, but I'd like to at least get to, 40, something like that. Playing offline, so the bank is a non-option for me. Let's get that. Do I grab? Yeah, I'll just grab Quick Revive now. Let's get Leroy McGroy unlocked. Where's my boy Leroy? Leroy! Give him his little booze. Here you go, you alcoholic. Here you go, buddy. Alright, now, where do I go first? Actually, let's see real quick. Did Boo spawn back in there? If it did, we're balling out. If it didn't, we're not. I don't think it did. Fuck my life. No! This game hates me. It hates me, I tell you. It hates me. Okay, so first things first. I don't have enough. Damn it, it's 12:50. Damn it. Okay, I'm just hoping I don't get a nuke. That's what I'm trying to be urgent about here, because a nuke would really throw everything off. Okay, come on. Let's go. Now, let's see if I can line this up. If I can line this up, it's going to be a good game. If I can't... Oh, fuck, let me get the zombies out of the way. If I can't line it up, this is going to be a terrible game. Come here. Let's hope that worked. Please, if the points pop up on my screen, it worked. If they don't, I'm gonna cry. They didn't pop up. No, they did. Yeah. Alright, so let's open this first. Let's grab some chalk. Oh shit. Let's grab some chalk. PDW, of course, and then AN of course. But PDW is a good point gun. I don't know if I'm really going to need it because I'm going to be hitting the box, hopefully getting the paralyzer and the ray gun, and then I can just have the A94 as my third gun. So hopefully I don't even need the PDW, but it's there. It's there if I need it. It's more useful than Galvaknuckles or something. I'm not going to even bother. What is the point? If I'm going to get a... Oh. See? That's what I was trying to avoid. I knew it. I knew one of them would be carrying a nuke. Don't tell me I don't know stuff. I'm not that dumb. I'm sort of dumb, but I knew that. So we'll get the AN on the wall. Hopefully get the power turned on, and then I can just grab Jig. And that's a very successful round one without the bank, I would say. I would do say so indeed. Oh, will have enough. Perfect. And while I'm here, where's the candy? Thank you. So we don't lose the box spot. That is the most kick in the dick thing on this map. Hitting the box, having a good time with your friends, and then you realize none of us gave Leroy candy near the box. And then the box moves to the witch's house. And there goes the fun. So let's keep the box here, otherwise I am not going to be a happy camper. Come on. Come on. Come on, get over here. What are you doing? Get over here. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that's close enough. Sometimes it's... There we go. Okay. Perfect. Perfect round one executed. Did the boost... Is it going to spawn over here? Please, just do it. You love me. Just do it, game. Yes. Thank you, game. Alright, come on, Leroy. Come on, Elroy. This way, my friend. Oh, I killed him. Come on. Come on, motherfucker. Hopefully this works. This is also a good money maker if this works. I don't even want to look. I feel like it's bad luck looking. Don't look. Ah! It did work. Yes. The good luck. Okay, we gotta save one zombie here. Alright, get off me. I'll hit the box once. Depending on how bad it is, I'll probably just buy the A94. That's the plan, alright? I don't even know what I would want from the box right now. Not a bad gun. I actually like the Remington New Model Army, and I'm kind of mad it's only in one map. And it's in the Origins cutscene, and you can't use it in the map. It's one of those weird things. But I don't think it's really a round 3 or 4 or 5 gun that's going to help me get points. So the AN is probably going to have to get purchased here. Damn it. I was hoping to get a hammer or something from the box. That didn't happen though, did it? Okay, I'm guessing the booze will spawn over here. There's no way I get that kind of a lucky... Yeah, there we go. We'll go get the church opened up now, and then get Vulture Aid. Or do I buy speed first? Probably speed, then Vulture. No, I'll buy Vulture Aid next. Helps you get some extra points, a little extra ammo. Oh my goodness. Come on. I was talking to my friend the other day. He was asking me, like, you know, kind of want to play Black Ops 1 or 2. What map should I play? And I said, just try Buried. You know, I know he hates it. He always has. But I'm like, just come on. Just try it out. It's not a terrible map. It's not the best map. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a Buried glazer. I think there's a lot of problems with this map. But I was saying to him, if this right here, if this debris right there was not here, this map's it's way above where it's at. I think it's a high B tier, like it's a high B, not B tier, but yeah, I guess. I don't know how the tier system really works, but it'd be like a high B, a B plus, between a B and a B plus for me. But if that kind of shit wasn't on the map, oh, we're talking A plus. Like there'd just be so much more room to work with. Wouldn't feel so claustrophobic, and you wouldn't be forced to fucking camp if you want to get to a high round. I would love to be able to just train, but as soon as you get to round 50 on this map, you just get completely overwhelmed. There's really no other option other than camping. And it's not like you're camping and getting kills. You're camping with the subwoofer resonator and the turbine. It's such a boring strategy. And not my idea of a fun time, which is why... like round 40 is kind of where I always just kind of give this map up. Highest round is round 70, and that's where it will always be. I never intend on getting to 100 on any or anything on this map. I'd like to on Mob of the Dead. I've been to the 80s on Mob. I've been to the 80s on Origins. Been to 97 or 90. Might even be 90. I died so close to 100 on Die Rise. I was like, I'm just being trolled at this point. So I've never gotten to 100 on a BO2 map, and I'm kind of okay with it. And I don't think it's anything to do with skill Origins. I've talked about it a few times. You just run out of ammo, and unless you get a god tier max ammo cycle, it's not happening. So I got to around 82 or 3. I think it was 83. And by 83, I was using the tank to take out every horde of zombies, and at that point, it was an hour plus just to get through a round. It's not fun. So I just decided to end the game. And with Mob of the Dead, same thing. I got just so bored. My friend was at my house. I figured I didn't want to do it to him. I didn't want to punish him. Didn't want to make him sit through all that. To this day, I regret that. But that's what killed that PlayStation 3. I had a PS3. I got it in 2012 at Christmas, right when BO2 came out. And it became my primary console for 6 to 7 months. I only played PS3, really. I played Xbox when the DLCs released. I play them for like the month that they were, and then I go right back to PS3 and buy them on PS3. And I just ran that thing into the ground with BO2, unfortunately. So by the end of that Mob of the Dead game, when I got to 83, it stopped reading discs, and the Play Store closed, and then it was like, well, this thing is just kind of useless now, so I threw it in the trash. I would like to get another PS3, though. Not a great console. I think there's a lot of problems with that console all the way around the board. There's a weird graininess that I can't pinpoint to this day. If you play any game on 360 and then you hop on a PS3, 360 is sharp, crisp. Then you go on a PS3 and there's like a hazy filter over top of every game, GTA included. And I've always found that very weird. I don't know if it's just a Sony thing, because the PS4, it's not as bad. It's still noticeable to me. I have not played a PS5, so I can't say, but I played a lot of PS4 in my life. Pretty much owned one for a year of my life. And I don't have too many, like, I don't think PS4 is a bad console. I'm not one of those guys. I'm so loyal to Xbox. We're all just little pawns in their scheme. We're just giving these mega corporations money. They're all laughing at us. It doesn't matter who you're playing, like what console you're playing, who you're paying for. You're getting the same sort of shit anyways. That's what kills me about a PC player, is $4,000 for something that, you know, you can buy for $600 and have a brand new Xbox or PlayStation. I would just much rather that. I'm sorry, I'm not virgin enough to be spending my entire life on a PC. I do like to go outside. I know people probably don't believe it because I don't ever upload outside, but I do like to be outside sometimes. Not all day, but I go for a walk every day and I enjoy it. It's a nice way to clear the head. My God, I sound like a middle-aged woman. It's a nice way to clear the head, you know. Then after that, have a nice glass of warm milk and then have a nap. What am I, 80? But really, a nice walk every day clears the head, gets the legs feeling good, come home, you know, work out a little bit. That's what I like to do. And then it's usually after 7 p.m. I put the video games on. Used to be movies that I would watch, you know, before 7 or 8, I would watch a movie every day. From 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 p.m. That's when I watched a movie, but I don't really watch movies anymore. I watch most movies that I wanted to see in my life, and the ones I haven't seen yet, I'd like to just watch later in life or something. I'm just not in a movie mood at all, unless I'm hanging out with people, and unless I have someone to watch it with, basically. I do not like watching a movie by myself anymore. And it's something that took me a long time getting used to. I remember when I first moved to this house with my family, it was like 2020. I was 19. And even then, didn't really watch movies all that often by myself. I'd seen quite a few movies up to that point, but it was my father and I every week. We'd watch one movie per week usually. Some weekends it was 2 movies. Ooh, Reagan Mark II. And that was kind of how I gained the film knowledge that I had. So whatever I saw, he saw, or whatever he saw, I saw. It was kind of one of those things. His favorite movies, I just kind of grew up watching. And really get much of a say in the matter, you know. I didn't get too many of choices. Like when I go to Blockbuster and stuff, I get a little bit more of an option, but it was kind of just here. I remember to this day, like Back to the Future, I get home from the grocery store with him. I think I was 6 years old. And he's just, oh, here, I got this movies. Back to the Future, we're going to watch them. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't really an option. It was like, we're going to watch them. It's like, okay, cool. And that was kind of how I gained new knowledge of movies. It was just you put them on and I'd watch them. And when you're 6 or 7, you don't really hate anything. You just like everything you watch. So certain things that he showed me, I grew up and I'm like, this is terrible, man. Like, this is just not good. But then there's stuff like that. Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all those things. I think there's the core movies that every dad shows their kid. But then when I turned about 19... I realized I was missing out on a lot of movies that I just straight up never seen. I felt straight up uncultured when I'd watch videos about, like, you know, Scarface and shit. I'm like, I have never seen this. I don't even know what it's really about at all. So I just made it my mission. All the money I do have, I don't have much, but I'm going to spend a lot of it collecting movies now because they're going to go obsolete. They're going to go the way of the dinosaur. I don't believe in dinosaurs. That's a whole conversation for another day, but I don't believe it. That's just a saying, but it's going to go the way of the dinosaur. It's going to go extinct. And so I wanted to get as many of them that I was interested in at the time. or over the last 4 or 5 years, and watch them. And most of them I watch by myself. Some of them I'd watch with people. Pretty rare, unless it's a movie I'd already seen and enjoyed. But I just buy them and then, watch 2 or 3 movies a day. There was a time when I was watching 3 or 4 movies a day, and by that point, you're not really retaining much. By the 3rd or 4th movie, you're not really remembering the first few. You're just not. Your brain's just so scrambled with all the information, depending on genres as well. I wouldn't really just watch one genre. It's like I'm going to watch an action movie, and then I'm going to watch a drama, and then it just kept hopping all over the place. So, yeah, it wasn't really a great way of watching movies. And then I came to the conclusion, I think 2 years ago, that 2 movies a day max. But really, 1 movie a day that I have seen, and then I'll watch one later at night when I'm laying in bed that I have seen. So I can kind of, recapture whatever I already had missed or forgotten. So that was the way of doing it. But now, very rarely, I even put a movie on. And Friends has been the background thing I've had on mostly, which is embarrassing. I hate to admit it. It's not the best show ever made, but it's just stupid. Stupid fun, mindless entertainment. You put it on, you don't have to think about anything. It's just there. Not a huge fan of the laugh track, but besides that, I think the cast is entertaining and the premise is fun. So I always have that on in the background, kind of. And it's just been a lot of playing video games that I haven't played. WWE 2K19. I'm going to get back into the Tomb Raider series. I'm really just trying to expand my video game knowledge. And I've always tried my very best to not pigeonhole myself when it comes to video game genres and things that I play video game-wise. I do have my core games. I've always said it, COD, NHL, WWE games, stuff like that. Those are my core games that I will always play. Need for Speed, Forza. But then there's always stuff that I'm kind of just curious about. Like Tomb Raider does fall into that. I grew up playing it when I was very little. I had a PlayStation 1 when I was 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I had it till I was about 8 or 9 years old. And then we got, the Xbox 360, and it was like, what do we need this for now? Got a PS2 and a 360. I don't really need a PS1. And you can play most PS1 games on PS2 anyway, so it was it's kind of useless. But that's my first real memory of video games, stuff like the first Tomb Raider on PS1, and what was the other one that I completely lost my train of? Gran Turismo 2, that was the other one, and the Dukes of Hazzard game on PS1. And also Pitfall. There's just certain games on PS1 I will never forget playing when I was way too little to even be playing video games. My brain couldn't even comprehend what I was doing. How are we on round 10 already, though? I'm just zooming by. I'm chatting away. I'm not even really acknowledging the game. Having a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm having a ball. Come on, give me the paralyzers. It's getting stupid. Come on. Come on, man. I should go pap the AN soon, though, because without double tap, it's already kind of a pea shooter. Unfortunately, that's something that didn't really think about. But I didn't buy double tap, so it's on me. ASMR? Really? Really? Really, game? If you're new to BO2 and if you're just playing for the first time with the ports, I don't think any of you have any idea how frustrating the SMR is, because in multiplayer, it is a very good gun. And it always was. It was a very good, reliable, not over the top. It wasn't like the FAL, where it was super broken, and every time you use it, you go on a fucking crazy streak, and no. But it was insanely good. Select Fire was really good on it. I like it. Then you play it with it in zombies. It's like it is not even on sight. You shoot it and it goes pew all the way over there. It's like the Barrett. They were trolling us with these guns. They knew they were not terrible. Like the Barrett's actually a pretty good gun in multiplayer in MW3. Let's just make it complete dog shit. And people won't want to use it, but it's there as cannon fodder in the mystery box, and that's basically what it is. And that's why this game pisses me off. I love Black Ops 2 in some ways. Hate it in other ways. And Black Ops 1 falls into that boat a little bit, a lot less. But in terms of the guns and the variety and the fact that a lot of guns are straight up just in there to add more weapons, it's really annoying. There's not too many guns in this game where you get it from the box, you're like, ooh. Now, you're playing the survival maps, you're basically hoping for 3 guns out of the box, which is insanely sad. There's probably up to 20, 20 plus guns in that box. Oh, for fuck's sake. And you're hoping to get 2 LMGs and a ray gun. And that was a total mistake killing that zombie. Now I am fucked. I'm fucked. I don't... Oh. Okay. Did I come? No. We gotta go this way. I'm gonna down for sure, but this is good entertainment. Good entertainment, good entertainment. Oh my goodness, I'm lost. This would be a great time for a nuke. Which means I'm not gonna get one, but... I hate this maze so much. This is another thing I really do not like with Buried. I already tried this way, didn't I? Fuck me, dude. This is what I'm saying. I get lost here every time. I'm pretty sure it changes every time you come here. So, the fuck? Yeah, this is the way, but still. It's annoying. This is the way. I survived that better than I thought I would. Knock on wood. Because now it gets real interesting. Okay, upgrade the AN. Come on, bitch. Alright, ray gun. Come on, baby. Come on, my Ray. Tina Ray. Instead of Tina Fey, we got Tina Ray here. Yeah. Okay, come on. Come on. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Oh, do I just wait here? Couple rounds? No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna get out of here. Good luck getting out of here now. This is the shite part of not having the paralyzer. I could just go pew and fly over there like Superman. But I can't do that right now, can I? Let's shoot that one. Ooh, get out of my face, zombie. I don't like you. I never will, zombie. We're not having sex, I swear. I just heard Misty go. I have the volume on 2 and I could still hear her go. Misty the Groaner. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. It bum rushed me. I was not expecting that, to be quite honest. I think it's one more round until I can go back. So I can't even right now get the paralyzer. Because then I would have to trade in one of the guns that I need. So... that kind of sucks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm getting pieced up on round 12. 12th? What's 12th? I'm hoping for double tap next, to be honest. I can wait for the paralyzer. I need double tap so bad. I could not have got a worse first pull than Stamina Up. I love Stamina Up. But of the 3 perks that I need most... probably the one I could have waited the longest for, considering I'm just going to sit here like this for the first little while, probably. And just chat away about whatever comes to my mind, which is what I do best. I really should have some sort of radio talk show where I just talk about random shit. And have people call in. Oh my goodness. Make me the next Art Bell, where you have people call in about the most random shit, and it's like, oh, is this guy being serious, or is he crazy? I guess we'll never know. Coast to Coast with Art Bell. Except with me. Except I'm not dropping my whole name on YouTube, because, fuck that. My name's Strider, alright? I'll just say that. Strider! And if you know what that's from, we're cool. If you don't, we're not cool, and you better brush up in your pop culture, alright? And that's what I'm talking about. Oh, shit. Do not down right now. It's only around 13. That'd be humiliating. I have a knack for making buried videos. You can go back on this channel. If anyone's actually watching this, there's probably not a single person on this planet watching this. But you can go back and watch a buried / town 2-box challenge that I did a while ago. It was probably last summer, maybe even the summer before. It was a while ago. And I died on round 18. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Could not even get it to round 20. I know I was not really, not really giving it my all, but still, holy humiliating. Round freaking 18, and then I had to play town for another hour just to make the video watchable. So, hopefully I don't die that... If I died at like round 30, I'd be... Whatever. You know what? That's probably be an hour plus of footage, because this map is one of the slowest maps. Put that in the con category with this map. Slow as fuck. You will age. You will feel the gray hair starting to emerge from your scalp as you play this map. I promise you. You will feel this getting older. You will feel it all. I love this. I love it. I love the aesthetic. I think this map's got a lot of great potential, and I think it did a lot of great things, and I think it did a lot more great things than bad. It's just, slow maps really get to me. It's like Nacht der Untoten, the remaster in BO3. I said Nacht der Untoten. Yes, double tap. Great map, great remaster in BO3, and it gives you a lot more ability to actually have fun. You can pack-a-punch your weapons now using gobblegums, and pack-a-punch wall weapons and box guns, so that's a nice thing. You can get perks through the Wonder Fizz, and all that's great. It's just the first 4 to 5 to 6 rounds in particular. Dude, you could read a book and write a book. Read and write. You could do both. It takes 25 minutes to get to round 10 on that map. And every time I do it, I question why I'm playing. And then by the time you get to around 30 or 40, it's like, dude, I'm 2.5 hours in. On any other map, this would be an hour and 10 minutes. What is happening? And it never feels worth it. I don't know. It's one of those maps that I never feel rewarded when I get to around 40 or 50. I'm just kind of like, yeah, and I'm done playing. This map, 40 feels like a bit of a reward. I can't explain it. It's like, yeah, I did it. Oh, I did it. In this buried western town in Africa, which doesn't really make much sense. But they're trying to say the tectonic plates merged or something. I don't know. I don't know the lore. I'm not that deep into the buried lore. I just know the Easter egg lore and stuff. I keep getting crazy cottonmouth. Bold strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off for him. I don't want a cottonmouth while making the video. Okay, I'm going to check real quick. 28 minutes in, and I'm on round 15. Do you see what I'm saying? This map is slow. Slow. I know the setup for the first few rounds definitely adds to that. It definitely doesn't help, but damn it, man. That really does actually make up more time than a lot of the rounds do when you play a map like Der Eisendrache or Origins. The setup itself is the equivalent of getting from whatever round you are on when you're done your bow or your staff to from the I can't even formulate sentences right now. Basically what I'm trying to say, it takes as much time from round 1 to round, let's say 10 when you're done your staff or bow as it does from getting around 10 to around 30, which is just ridiculous. It is a bit annoying, especially when you die in the midst of doing all that annoying stuff. You've just built your staffs, and oh, okay, here we go, I'm about to get ready for a high round run, and then you get, killed by the Panzer or stomped on by the robot or some horse shit happens. It's happened to the best of us. And then you have to restart all of that, and some days you're just straight up so gutted you just can't even bring yourself to do it, which is most days, if I'm being honest. If you spend 40 plus minutes building the staff, you've all been there. Grabbing the staff from the altar in the crazy place, and then you get cornered real quick, and your ice staff can't bail you out, and your shield breaks, and then boom, you're dead on round 10. And you might not even have quick revive in that case. I usually don't buy quick revive on Origins till like round 15 or 20, so I usually just end up straight up dying, which is probably better, because if I just had quicker, it'd make me even angry. I'd be like, and I'm gonna break something now. But that's always been something that pissed me off. you do all this crazy, like Shadows of Evil. Don't even get me started. Yesterday I was watching some of the footage I have saved from years ago when I got to around 100 on Shadows, and I was thinking, I should do that again. I should make a video, me getting to 100 again. It's been 5 or 6 years since I've done it. It'd be a really fun video, real fun. And then I remembered all the shit that comes along with it, and then no, you know what? No, not doing it. Fun doing it once. Don't think I can do that shit to myself again. But, oh, is that last zombie? I should do a 1 through 50 on Shadows, and then I can just put some of the higher round footage that I already had at the end. Strategy obviously doesn't really change much. Which is why I don't really even bother with a lot of the maps to do like round 1 to 100 of strategy. I've been to 100 in a lot of the maps. It's just, why bother doing it again when I don't have the footage? Just so I can show round 100. No, look, the strategy that's identical to what I'm doing on round 50, 60, 70. Also doing it around 100. A lot of people that don't go for high rounds don't realize from round 80 to round 100, you're spending as much time as you did to get to round 80. So it's that last 20 round grind is what I like to call crunch time, and also punch time to my own skull, because it's start questioning everything. It's like, why is round 83 taking this long? And before you know it, it's, gone from 10 p.m. to 2 in the morning, and you're on round 93, and you're like, holy shit, I still have 7 rounds left. And if you really want to get to that extra, oomph, if you want to get to the next level, usually you go for around like 115 like I do. So around 105 or something. 100, I very rarely do that now. I used to, because I was just so fed up with like Zetsubo. I got to 100 on the dot, killed a bunch of zombies around 100, and just ended my game. But the Horizon track, I made sure. I was like, I'm getting 101. Now, I didn't need to. I just wanted to really make sure I did it. And with Origins on BO3, 105, I was like, I'm making sure. And Shadows, I think it was one of those cases where I played so long. That was a 9 or 10 hour game. Probably no, maybe not 9 or 10, more like 7 or 8, maybe 9, something like that. So yeah, I was just ready to end that game, and that's not a map really you can just camp on. Like, it's not like the pre-patch version where you could just sit there with the upgraded Apothicon Servant, just spam shot, spam shot, spam shot, and infinitely, get through the rounds without ever having to worry about anything. The strategy I was running, it takes your full attention, so it really mentally drains you. That's zombies that I miss. I miss the zombies that had you questioning everything at the end of it. You're just like, why did I do this? And then you see the footage and you see everything put together at the end. You're like, that's why. That right there is why. So I could feel the reward of going back and watching this, and maybe it makes me a narcissist. I don't know. I don't really enjoy much about myself. I'm not really up my own ass. I don't think I'm great at too much, but I do enjoy going back, watching old videos, watching stuff that I had to say on a topic 5 or 6 years ago, well before, where I'm at right now, and just go back and, okay, so that's what I thought about this. Because people change, man. It doesn't take long for your opinion to change. Sometimes I'll watch a video from last year. I'm like, I do not agree with that. Not at all. But, sometimes you will have an opinion. Like, I watched a video the other day where I had an opinion about something, and I thought to myself, I verbatim thought that in my head as I watched the video. So some things never change. Some things change very rapidly. So that's why I kind of use YouTube as a way to kind of look back on my growth as a human being. Because this is real me. You can think about yourself in the life term. Like, oh, my school performance or work performance or whatever's the case for some people. That's not really the real you, though. I mean the real you, unfiltered, just talking about whatever's on your head, stuff like that. You're never really the real you at school or work. You maybe more so at school, especially when you're young. You don't really care what other people think as much. You grow up with, in my case, my elementary school class, we knew each other from the time we were 4 to the time we were 15 or 14. So you kind of get comfortable doing dumb shit and being silly and shit, but in the workplace, you have so much more responsibility, and you know people way less, and you have to be way more of a filtered version of yourself, especially because you're an adult now and they expect more from you. When you're a kid, you can just kind of woo doo doo doo. I'm a goofball. I'm spitting spitballs at people and wedging my friends, and it doesn't really matter. But you know, you become an adult, and basically just fun goes out the window. So I think YouTube's a fun way to kind of express myself, you know, on a topic. Like, a good example, I made a whole video talking about ranking Friday the 13th, or ranking Fast and Furious. I would like to do another one of those, by the way, rank another franchise. I was thinking Spider-Man movies, but I haven't seen the newest one, so that'd be tough to rank considering I haven't seen the newest one. But stuff like that, stuff like that's always fun to make. The ranking videos. But it's fun to think about different topics and stuff like that. This would never have been something I would have been comfortable doing 3 or 4 years ago. Go watch some of my first live videos, and I don't really talk much. I talk a little, and I'm kind of still, you know what? I'm very filtered. I didn't want to slip up and be stupid. And blah, blah. I just don't care. You get comfortable enough talking to a mic. You get comfortable enough just straight up talking to nobody. And before you know it, you're rambling about shit that, you know, he's like, oh, wow. Actually kind of made sense there when I was talking about that topic. How far into this? I'm not checking right now. I almost checked mid-round. And that would have been... Oh my, I almost out of ammo. I'm gonna have... Oh, the round's not over. Okay, I need to turn my sense up. It's on 8. It does not feel like it. Like, not at all. Not at all. Okay, now I can check real quick. 37 minutes! Holy shit. I might only get to like round 30 in this video, man. I don't know if I'm going to put myself through all that torture getting around 40. See what I'm saying? This map probably takes longer because of Ultra Raid. I love it. It's a great perk. It gets you out of awful spots. Fuck, dude. It's such an annoying perk. The fact that it just takes the zombies away. They run right away from you all the time. Please give me the paralyzer. Oh, I'm gonna get violent. I'm gonna get violent. Oh, DSR. One of the underrated guns for sure. I would put this on the list. I was talking about survival weapons to use earlier. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The DSR would be one of those guns. Higher in rounds specifically. The few times I've gotten to around 60 on town, I think my highest on town is 62. Maybe 63? It's one of the two. 62 or 63. DSR carries. Like, it gets collateral kills, it gets... Like, holy shit. Sound like fucking... What's his face? Cliff Booth. Not Cliff Booth, Rick Dalton and, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So retarded, I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Fuck me. Just call me Strokey McGee. I am of Scottish heritage after all. Call me Scoots McGee. Scoot. I said it last time. I'll say it again. This is the last time I'll really get into it because I don't want to just completely always repeat myself. I do it quite a bit sometimes. Try my best not to word for word it, so bear with me. But with Buried, I've always been adamant that there should have been an 8th perk. Don't even care if it's Deadshot. In fact, I think Deadshot would have been very fitting on this map. Cowboys, Deadshot, Sharpshooter, all that stuff seems like it's very fitting of Deadshot. So maybe it would have been even cool to have like an upgraded Deadshot where it does a little additional... you know, ability of some type. I'm not going to really, you know, try and sit here and create something on the spot, but think of it, Treyarch, you fuckers. Then they ended up getting uncreative with it for stuff like BO4, which I don't know, man. It's kind of better than this version, a little bit, only because the weapons, you know, don't get shitty as the rounds go on. The zombies max out at a certain round, so I guess by proxy, it's technically better because you can kill zombies for longer. But I just, it would have been cool if this map gave you another perk, and if that other perk was Deadshot, and if that Deadshot actually did something a little more westerny and maybe a little more effective. Because Deadshot was always that perk, especially in Black Ops 1 after Call of the Dead, and all those maps, it was like, oh, Deadshot. Who wants that? It's just kind of a depressing. And Mob of the Dead, it almost just feels like they needed another perk. They're like, 4's not enough. We need a 5th perk of some type. Can't have PhD because that would be way too much fun. Can't have Mule Kick because, again, that would be way too much fun. You could have 2 Blundergats and a Ray Gun Mark II or Ray Gun Mark 1 at the time because Mark II didn't exist yet. But you could have had fun is what I'm saying. And they're like, nope, Deadshot. Deadshot, bro. Could have even been Stamina. Nope. So, those types of choices are the ones that make me hate Treyarch. It's like, you motherfuckers, you really hate people having fun. Just think of how much better the Blundergat, the Acid Gat, would have been if you could have used PhD Flopper and not gotten your balls ripped off every time you shot the acid shot near you and it blows you up. That's what ends up downing you 100 times in that map. I've seen people get to 100 on that map. They have 40 downs. 37 of them were their fucking Blundergat shots killing them as the zombies surround them and barely scratch them, but the Blundergat kills them, so. Thanks, Treyarch. Could have avoided all that if you just gave us one perk. And Die Rise, don't even get me started. That's like the ultimate troll job. It's bad enough having them on the docks in Mob of the Dead, but the unplayable area in, And the one day, I'm not proud of this, I went into No Clip. There was like a guy on Xbox 360. This was, fuck, dude. 2014, 2015. I don't know. It was a long-ass time ago. And you could go on his account, and you could get the, like, the mods and stuff for zombies. And I went on to Die Rise. The only thing I really did with these mods was to go on Die Rise and go to the PhD machine, because I was really curious. Can you buy it? Like, if you get close to it, can you purchase it? Is there a way to get close enough to, somehow activate it? No. There's an invisible barrier. So let's say this is PhD right here. The invisible barrier is right where I just shot the bullet. So you can't actually really get too close to the machine. It's there. It's fully detailed. It's just an obviously ported version of the Black Ops 1 machine. You can't buy it though. Can't really even get near it. You can get close-ish, but it's just so frustrating. And it didn't take long for people to figure that out. It was like the week of the map coming out, people are uploading about, oh shit, this PhD, bro, there's gotta be a way to get it, man. Because we still at that time thought Treyarch maybe didn't hate us. They do. Especially Jimmy Zielinski. He hates people, man. I'm convinced he fully hates people. Blundell, not so much. But I've always said it, they bring Origins back, or not Origins back, they bring PhD back in the most useless, forgetful possible way in Origins in the Wonder Fizz when no one ever needs it. There is no purpose for it in Origins at all. If Mustang and Sally were in the map, now we're talking, but they're not, so what is the point? There isn't one. It's just there, again, for Wonder Fizz filler, because they needed another perk. Didn't want to make one because the Wonder Fizz to them was good enough. Well, here, we created a way for accessing perks, so that's your new perk. Up to that point, we got a new perk in every map in the game. Tombstone in Transit, Who's Who, Die Rise, Electric Cherry and Mob, Vulture in this map, and then we just get a Wonder Fizz in Origins. That always was a bit of a downer for Origins for me. I love Origins, it's just that would have been an awesome map to have some sort of perk. Some sort of new World War I-ish perk that only fit that map. I like when maps had exclusive perks. These did not all need to come back. Like Vulture, I'm glad it didn't come back till like Black Ops 6. It doesn't even count. So at that point, if it comes back, who cares? Black Ops 6, no one will remember that game. But in the real games that matter, all the way up to BO4, doesn't come back. So I'm glad it's only in this one map. It fits this map. Vulture Raid just feels like it's meant for a Western saloon vibed map. And Electric Cherry felt like that was more fit for Mob of the Dead. And every map that's come back in since, it's been worse. I don't know if they made it that way on purpose, kind of just to fuck with us, because we all have this expectation that it's great for Mob of the Dead and really helpful in the particular strategy in the cafeteria. I don't know, but it's bad in every map since. And I basically avoid it at all costs unless I'm using a Perkaholic on Black Ops 3 and I don't really have a choice. But yeah, I avoid it. And in Origins and Black Ops 2, it is literally a death wish. You put that on, you're dead. Zombies will surround you and swarm you, and you wake up from your little nap when you're reviving. Wake up. Oh shit. You're dead. So yeah, I just said like a British guy. What the Sigma? Forgive me for saying that. So I was always hoping Origins, basically what I'm getting at is I was hoping Origins was going to have some sort of cool creative perk. And then I had all my hopes real high after, I almost said Origins again, after Shadows of Evil. And we got fucking Widow's Wine, which I think is a fun perk. I don't think it was, again, needed in every single map. It's not in the Giant, and then they bring it back for every other map. So it led me to believe, and probably a lot of people to believe, that it was just a map exclusive. It felt very burlesque-y, like the way the perk was made. Like, it just felt like it was made for that map. It felt like it was made for the Shadows of Evil environment, where it was very 1940 swingery. And then, you know, we get that in every other fucking map afterwards. I do like, though, in Zetsubou no Shima, that it's out of a vial. Like, it almost looks like it's been pumped out of the spider. That's very cool. But every other map, boring-ass machine, or you have to get it through the Wonder Fizz or Gobblegums. Maps like Drak, I believe it's almost a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting it. It's something stupid. Something really dumb of getting it from the Wonder Fizz. So why even bother trying? I never do. If I'm going to play that map, I only play it online at this point, because you are going to want to die if you're trying to get, you know, Widow's Wine, which is pretty much necessary for doing the strategy on that map. So every map that came out in BO3, I was expecting and hoping, here we go. This will be the map that we get some new perks, maybe even multiple. Because now, you know, you get into Zetsubou and you get into Garage, you're like, okay, it's been 2 maps now without any perks. This is the map they're going to add shit. And they just never did. So that was very disappointing to me. I don't know if it has something to do with the Perkaholic thing, if they didn't want to fuck up the amount of perks you get with Perkaholic, and there's some sort of weird thing that they code in. But that shouldn't really apply, considering Shadows of Evil, I think you can only get 7 perks. In the Giant, you can only get 6. And you can still use Perkaholics on those maps, so I guess that theory goes out the window. I don't know. I'm trying to create some sort of theory for why they would do something so stupid. But I can't really do it, can I? It really does just feel dumb. And BO4... people hate the new perks and stuff. I'm just happy there's so many of them. I don't care about the fact that there's a new perk system. I think it works just fine for the game. If you applied that to any game previous, I don't think it would work. Black Ops 2, I don't think that entire system would have any functionality. Same with BO3 or 1 or World at War. But it works with the system they created in that game. And I like that no game is the same, basically. You play with your friends, you're going to use different perks than when you play solo. And I guess that sort of applies to these games as well, but the only difference is in these games, the only perk solo you're going to be getting different is Quick Revive. Quick Revive, why did I say it like that? But when you're playing BO4, I'm always using like a completely different loadout. If I'm playing with my friends, not even remotely the same loadout as if I'm playing by myself. So that to me is a lot more fun. I'm not saying I like that perk system more. I obviously like the OG perk system. I just like that whole idea more, where more the merrier. Give me more perks. Not even asking for that system at all. I'm asking for just more damn perks, man. Definitely do not like having to pre-plan my perks out, though. Like, okay, so this game I'm going to be using these perks. Because halfway through the game, sometimes I straight up just change what I want to use. Even solo. Like that Moon, if you go watch my Moon 1 through 50, first half of the game I'm using Stamina. Second half of the game I'm using Sweet Cola. So if I didn't have that ability, kind of would have been a lot shittier, man, if I'm stuck with a perk that I don't think is going to help me in the same way that the perk that I wanted will help me. So I do like that, these first few games, World at War, BO1, BO2, BO3, you can obviously decide within the game, the way it should be, what perks you want. But I think the system itself in BO4 is really cool, and the fact that there's like 18, 19 perks, something like that, and they added a bunch in DLCs, that's all stuff that I was hoping for with BO3. What are we at now? 50 minutes. Man. I really don't know how long I'm going to go here. It's 3:13 in the morning. How about I go till about 4 in the morning? So whatever that gets us to. Whatever round that I achieve by that point. That'll be the end of the video, and I'll just find a way to end it. I do have to stop camping soon, though. We're over 1,000 kills. Hey, 1,000. I always say we. We. I'm just sitting here by myself with Dorito dust all over my fingers and Mountain Dew all over the place. Just kidding, I don't drink or eat either of those things that oh, Doritos sometimes. Depending on, again, if I'm hanging out with people, Doritos are the play. I've always said those are the go-to chip when you're hanging out with people are Doritos. I've never met a person in my life that's like, ew, Doritos? Ew. They're good. They're not good for you, but they're good. Who doesn't like a little nacho cheese? Or plain chips. I know plain's boring, but plain's just kind of safe. You can buy dip. People like it. They'll get over the fact that it's plain. But you start getting funky with it, and you're like, oh, I'm getting some all dressed, or I'm getting some, I know that's Canadian, so some Americans are probably like, the fuck? All dressed is basically like a mixture of sour cream and onion, ketchup chips, I think? Is it ketchup? And salt and vinegar for sure. Sour cream, salt and vinegar, and I think ketchup chip. It's like a mixture of a bunch of random shit. And it's one of the best chips ever. So if you haven't tried All Dressed, try it. But I would not buy All Dressed if I was having a party. If I was hosting and I was having a bunch of people over, and that, I had the option of what chip bag are you buying for the whole party, it is not going to be All Dressed. Because there will be some people there that, ew, no, All Dressed. You have to keep it nice and simple with chips. People aren't always picky with what they eat, but with chips, it just really depends on the taste buds. In my case, there's not too many chip flavors I won't try. I won't always enjoy all of them. Not going to eat a solo bag of something like a dill pickle, but I'll eat a bag of barbecue. I'll eat a bag of ketchup. I'll eat a bag of Miss Vickie's salt and vinegar, which is also Canadian. I'll eat a bag of salt and vinegar, anything, to be honest. Plain. I like some poutine chips, another Canadian thing that they don't probably sell too often in the States. There's not too many chip types that I do not like. It's when they start getting weird with it, and it starts putting, like, sweet shit and, like, chili and all that shit. It's like, I'm out. Alright, let's go camp on top of the bank for a bit. Camp! I'm trying to think, though. What would the equivalent chocolate be? Because chocolate, I feel, is super different. Like, chips, Doritos are, pretty unanimous. And, like, yeah, people can pretty much always enjoy a handful of Doritos if they're hungry. I think chocolate totally varies depending on who you are. I've met people who love certain chocolates that would vomit at the sight of certain chocolates. So I don't know. That's one that I've always wondered. Because to me, Reese's of any type, top tier. I will eat Reese's anything. Peanut butter cups, pieces. Anything Reese's, I will eat it. But, Coffee Crisp, I think that's also Canadian. Mars bars, Canadian. Caramel. There's not too much chocolate I wouldn't eat. I'm just not going to go out of my way to eat chocolate. It's not something when I'm at the store, I'm like, I need chocolate. I'm always a chip guy. Or a popcorn guy. Love some popcorn. Some salty ass fucking popcorn. Oh, I'm so down. No! What the fuck? This might be game, guys. Guys, this is game. Yeah, guys, this is game. Oh, and I lost my paralyzer. Oh, my fuck. Yeah, this is game. Folks, it's been fun. I'm not buying Quick Revive again. That's for sure. Oh, shit. Let's hope this loop around worked. Once I'm in the corner, though, I'm so fucked. I have to buy Jug and instantly sprint out somehow. Ooh. How did I manage that? I guess we will never know. So I'm not even going to bother getting the paralyzer back. It'll make the rest of this a lot more fun and interesting. Oh, and I ended the round, you tit. So I'll buy Speed Cola, I'll buy Vulture Aid, and then I will buy Double Tap, which I'm going to have to unfortunately go back to the Witch's House, which I was trying to avoid, but... You lose that privilege when you down like a complete chump like I did. I still don't know how I downed, really. I think I only got hit like twice there, but maybe the fall damage played a factor. I'll go back and watch that after. That sucks, though. Really sucks. Not that it really matters, but... I never liked downing, man. Oh my goodness, I almost downed again. Almost downed again. This is gonna be a pain in the ass without Double Tap. Or is it? I'm just getting every drop in the game. Okay, I'd like to get to that nuke first. There we go. Nuke first. Claymores, please. Oh no. No, no. No, 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 no. Nukes in this game suck ass. I think this is by far the worst game for nukes, where they just seem to do absolutely no damage. And if they do damage, you can never tell when the affected zombies end and when the spawned zombies begin. So you end up just getting hit by a bunch of zombies because you thought they were dead or dying or in the midst of just blowing up. I can't remember if that's in any other game. I feel like that's kind of a BO... No, not BO1. World at War, maybe. It's a World at War problem. Is that round? Damn. Okay, well... Vulture Aid. Vulture Aid. I'm not taking any perk that I get from the witch. I'm just not. We're past that point. I had my one shot with 7 perks, and I'm not going back. At least I got to around 30, though. At least we're on the cusp of an hour of gameplay here, because the fear of mine was really that I was going to choke and die really suddenly, and then have to restart this video tomorrow, because it was already too late. To restart this video tonight would have been pretty much sacrificing all of tomorrow, which I'm not willing to do. Tomorrow's Thursday, I think? See, I'm losing track of time. Time is moving so fast I can't even keep up anymore. It's depressing, and I'm trying not to think about it, but it's just the sad part of getting older, I guess. Fuck you. Fuck you, witch. Fuck you, witches. Oh, I almost took it. That was almost a mistake. Is this round? Yeah. Alright. No. Ammo will become the problem, I can imagine. Because the Mark II doesn't have that much. And now that I don't have the Paralyzer, I don't really have an infinite ammo source. So this should get really interesting. And this is the training spot. Anywhere else in this map is basically untrainable. You can't camp without the paralyzer, so this is my option. And hopefully I didn't just do all of that just to die at the start of this round or something. I'd be so pissed at myself. Be very on brand, though. Boom. I did some work. I did some work. I did make a crawl. Was that from the Claymore? I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yep, there it is. I knew it. I said I was going to do it at the start of the round, and I did it. I made it to an hour, though. And we made it to round 30, which was the goal. So thank you for, well, 40 was, but 30 really was my, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back to make videos again shortly, whatever that shall be. So I hope you enjoyed, and take care.